대화 재밌었고요.
작별 인사예요?
네, 저는 단호하게 얘기할 수 있을 것 같아요.
자기소개 해주시겠어요?
네, 저는 송파구에 살고 있고요. 이름은 심재환이고 30살입니다.
저는 이교은이고요. 23살이고 인천에서 살고 있어요.
이렇게 인천에 올라오셔서 사시는 거예요?
저요?
네,
아니요. 본가인데요.
제가 경상도 사투리를 들었나 싶어가지고.
저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요.
She said, 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. This sentence means my mom uses 사투리, or naturally, my mom speaks 사투리. 사투리 is the Korean word for regional dialect, and 쓰셔요 is the present tense of 쓰시다, which has the meaning to write or to use. Then, you might be wondering what's the difference between 쓰다 and 쓰시다. Although they have same meaning, 쓰다 is a regular verb and 쓰시다 is a verb that includes 시 honorific suffix. So 쓰시다 is an honorific form of 쓰다. We use 시 honorific suffix when we show respect to the subject of the sentence. So you can use 시 suffix when the subject is older than you or higher than you in social status. Even though this is the first time you are introduced to the 시 suffix, you already know a few expressions that use 시 suffix. For example, 안녕하세요. The base form is 안녕하시다, which has 시 suffix, and since the original meaning of 안녕하세요 is are you in peace, by adding 시 suffix, you're showing respect to the subject you. We're gonna talk about conjugation now. But before we start, I'll tell you how to make an honorific base form first. It's very simple. You add 으시 or 시 between the verb stem and 다. Firstly, when the verb stem ends with a consonant, you add 으시, like 웃다 becomes 웃으시다. Secondly, when the verb stem ends with a vowel, you add 시, like 좋아하다 becomes 좋아하시다. Lastly, when the verb stem ends with 리을 받침, you drop 리을 받침 and add 시, like 팔다 becomes 파시다. Once you've made an honorific base form, you can apply the same conjugation rules as the present, past, and future tense conjugation. For example, 좋아하시다 is the honorific form of 좋아하다, and you can change it into present, past, and future tenses like this. 좋아하셔요. 좋아하셨어요. 좋아하실 거예요. Now, we're going to compare these two sentences. 할머니는 노래하는 것을 좋아해요. 할머니는 노래하는 것을 좋아하셔요. Both sentences mean my grandma likes singing. Even though their meanings are the same, since the subject is 할머니, who should be definitely respected, it could sound a bit rude if you don't use 시 suffix. There's one more thing to point out. Please note that 세요 and 셔요 both are present tense endings of 시 suffix. They both are grammatically correct, but 세요 is more commonly used than 셔요 when it's not used with another verb ending. So you can also say 할머니는 노래하는 것을 좋아하세요. 아버지는 너무 바쁘세요. 쉬셔야 해요. It means that you're too busy. You should rest. In 쉬셔야 해요, present tense without 요 plus 야 해요 form is used with honorific form 쉬시다. 쉬세요 and 쉬셔요 are both the present tense of 쉬시다. But since 세요 ending can be only used in the present tense alone, you shouldn't say 쉬세야 해요. you cannot use another verb ending with 세요. So, 쉬세야 해요 is the wrong expression. However, 바쁘세요 is correct because it's just the present tense. 아버지는 너무 바쁘세요. 쉬셔야 해요. Another example. 지용 선생님, 오늘 뭐 하세요? My student asks me, what am I doing today? And I respond, 저는 오늘 저녁에 영화 봐요. I'm watching a movie this evening. My student asks, 뭐 하세요? Instead of 뭐 해요? And it means my student uses C suffix to respect me. However, when I respond, I say 영화 봐요, not 영화 보세요, because I don't have to be respectful to myself. So, please note that you never use an honorific form to yourself. 지용 선생님, 오늘 뭐 하세요? 저는 오늘 저녁에 영화 봐요. Next, 할머니가 생일 선물로 시계를 주셨어요. My grandma gave me a watch as my birthday gift. 주시다 is an honorific form of 주다, and 주셨어요 is the past tense. 할머니가 생일 선물로 시계를 주셨어요. 저희 부모님은 여행을 좋아하셔서 이번 주말에 제주도에 가실 거예요. My parents like traveling, so they will go to Jeju Island this weekend. In this sentence, two honorific forms were used. 좋아하시다 and 가시다. 좋아하시다 became 좋아하셔서 using the present tense without 요 plus 서 form, and 가시다 became 가실 거예요, which is the future tense. 저희 부모님은 여행을 좋아하셔서 이번 주말에 제주도에 가실 거예요. So far, we've talked about how to use 으시 suffix to make an honorific form, but actually, there are a few fixed honorific forms as well. Let's take a look at sentence examples. First one, 지용 씨는 매일 커피를 드세요? 드세요 is from 드시다, and 드시다 is a fixed honorific form of 먹다 or 마시다. So, if someone older than you or higher than you in social status is eating or drinking, you should use this fixed honorific form, 드시다. 지용 씨는 매일 커피를 드세요? Do you drink coffee every day, 지영? 어제 몇 시에 주무셨어요? 주무시다 is an honorific form of 자다, to sleep. 주무셨어요 is the past tense of 주무시다. 어제 몇 시에 주무셨어요? What time did you sleep yesterday? Now, let's go back to our lesson sentence. 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. My mom speaks a dialect. As the subject of the sentence is her mom, she used the honorific form 쓰시다 instead of 쓰다 to show respect to her mom. And she could have also said 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰세요, because we can also use 세요 for the present tense. How was the first lesson about 으시 suffix and honorific form today? Do you understand the reason why 쓰시다 was used instead of 쓰다 in the lesson sentence? If you said yes, then you followed the first lesson very well. Good job! Now, let's go back to the 소개팅 video and listen carefully again.
저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요. 저희 엄마가 사투리를 쓰셔요.
아, 네네.